Oh man, we may as well
Jared.
just turn it off now. It's not
Oh
gonna get any
man,
funnier
I
than
can't
that.
believe you said that, Jared.
I'm not proud of myself, but
oh man, Pat, don't start this yet because Jared could let another one of those fly.
We are live, guys. So here we go.
Okay, all right.
Jared, clean it up.
I need a paper towel.
Oh man, I can't believe you would ever. I hope you don't say that at shows, do you?
No, never.
Okay, because that would be a bad thing.
It will. I mean, you should hang around his table and see how he talks.
John's been nearby before.
Yeah, I have been nearby, and
we've had adjacent tables,
and I've heard the complaints.
It's true. It's all true.
A man get thrown out of a con.
Well, hello everybody out there in YouTube listener land. We appreciate you all coming early and joining us to Longbox Crusade, doing
whatever
it live.
The hell it is.
We're doing it live. That's what it is.
Something. Thanks for showing up to something.
We got the normal crew here today. We have me, Christatos. Hope you like my new picture.
Ding.
I try to wink at you.
I am winking at you.
Hey.
Winking.
Let's go ahead and say hello to our other host we have. We're going to start with Jason. Say hello there, Jason.
Hello there, Jason. Hey everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Let's go ahead and talk to Jared, the yard sale artist. What you got going there, Jared?
I'm working on a little commission piece today for good friends of the show, Darren and Ruth. Little 10-10 action.
Very cool. And we have a very special guest with us today. His name is John Beatty. You probably recognize his art from a lot of things from the 80s and a lot more. Right, John?
That's all right. Howdy, howdy.
It's awesome to have you here with us, John. We really appreciate you coming on.
Well, no problem. You guys have been on my cast, so it's the least I can do, right?
We do enjoy doing your show.
We do enjoy, yep. I always have fun talking with you on yours.
It's good times.
So, what you got going on right now, John? What you drawing?
I got a couple of quick sketches to do of the symbiote Spider-Man. Everyone's favorite, it seems. So
well, Venom is a popular movie these days.
Yeah, and you know, that was something that this was never even imagined when this black suit was done. So, you know, it wasn't pre-thought out. When it was time to get rid of the black suit, the people that count the beans at Marvel realized that it had become a valuable asset to the company, and they needed to somehow keep it.
Well, that's right. You were kind of one of the fathers of the black suit Spider-Man.
Well, Secret Wars 8 was and I know people will argue this, but it was the first appearance. If you go by, like, you know, the history of when it appeared,
right.
There were books that were printed before Secret Wars 8, but without, you know, Secret Wars 8, you would have never had the black costume. Just a matter of publishing continuity, you know, when the books came out versus comic book continuity.
Well, they have a lot of people in the chat room joining us, so let's go ahead and see who we got out there. Go ahead and give us a hello or hi or whatever you want in the chat group.
Heidi ho.
Heidi ho. And we got a couple people, Rad Adventures, Ruth and Darren, want to say hi to you, John.
Hello. How y'all doing?
We have...
I think they're just here to make sure Jared doesn't mess up their commission.
Yeah. No promises.
We got Dave from Blasted and Stash It is here.
What's up, Dave?
Noah says Sergeant Rock.
I know Noah.
Tim, come on down, Pricer. Plinko says, Heidi ho.
What up, Plinko?
Green Lantern GL says, Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Ah, see, I don't know.
I like the way Pat was doing it.
Don't
correct him yet. Let him
Yeah, I jumped in too soon.
too early.
You could create a whole new language off of some of Pat's pronunciations.
That's right. Pat invented Klingon, didn't he?
Ron says, hey, brother from another Petri dish.
What's up, Ron?
Rad says, Rad Adventures say, LOL, we know the commission will be terrific.
Thank you for your optimism.
It looks like it's turning out pretty good right now.
It looks like Tintin.
I have a quick thing to tell Ron real quick.
Okay.
So today Jacob's playing Roblox. We stayed at home because he's feeling better, but he came in. I was in the living room and he was playing a game and he said, Daddy, can you help me do something? And I'm like, what, Jacob? He's like, can you help me find a Challenger as my car for my new character? And so we looked. They had a Charger, but you need a luxury car pass for it, and they didn't have a Challenger listed. So, but it was so funny. So you got a little buddy now, Ron. We hung out yesterday, the three of us.
Cool.
Can't tell you how happy that makes me.
Yeah.
And
someday
Ron had arms full of art going on.
Yeah. I'm so happy for you, Ron.
Yeah. Very happy for you, Ron.
Well, Ron makes the drive.
Ron lives closer than Jared.
Maybe I'll make the drive.
Not by much.
By about 3 hours, if I remember correctly.
That's not much for you. You're a road warrior.
I'm a road man. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Let's go check in some more with the chat here. We got Bob Buster says it makes sense in terms of continuity, though if you're going to collector's market, it was in Marvel's team up that the black suit made its first appearance.
Yeah, I know.
I'll take his word for it.
Yep.
But that's why I said it'll start a controversy because people, they want to argue it, and it's like, but this is the first, now that it's 35 plus years since it's been out, you can read it in the order it should have been.
Yeah. Hey, guess who's with us now? Mr. Delvin, the Dark Web Williams. Hello, Delvin.
Oh, it's me.
Delvin came in with the echo on.
He thought he could sneak in.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt. I mean, there was a story going on. I was the late guy, so I didn't want to. Hello, everybody. Hi. Hey there.
Hey, now it's a party. Delvin's here.
Hey, got everybody saying hello to you, Delvin, in the chat.
Let me jump on to YouTube as well. Give me a second.
All right. Well, you got Bob, Ruth and Darren, GL, Tim Price. Well, and Courtney has joined us too in the chat. So welcome, Courtney.
Hello,
Sweet.
Courtney.
Courtney.
Rad says it's fun to see all the art in progress. So we'll try to keep it between Jared and John tonight. We'll go back and forth maybe on the art, while the rest of us in the background, who really look the best and really are really good looking guys. I mean, I'll just let me put up my new picture again.
Your new picture.
Let's see that.
Oh,
Let's see that new hotness.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Tell you what,
It's
man,
me,
that
Chris
diet
Taco.
you're on is working.
Let me try to wink at you.
Where did that nickname or moniker come from? Enlighten me.
Well, we were doing a Longbox Crusade episode, and we just happened to be covering For Your Eyes Only issue number 2, and I really had a hard time saying that word.
I don't know why.
Well, John, believe it or not, I'm really not good with saying people's names.
No.
and, I really butcher artists and creators. So, it's hard for me, especially when I say your name, Juan.
Yeah.
That it makes it hard, to say Beatty. And I try to get her. I think I'm doing a good job.
I actually do. You're the one that actually enunciates it correctly. I just use the common enunciation of it. You actually, that's a little secret tip there.
Oh my goodness!
All these years,
never gonna hear the end of this now.
Yeah, great.
Pat was the only one that nailed it, and I just wanted.
That's the only one.
I wanted to reveal it on the show.
Oh man.
Man, now I'm super psyched now.
My whole world has changed.
Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. Better than that for Pat.
That's it. I'm leaving. I'm out. Just like George Costanza. I'm out.
That's it. I'm out of here.
You're on a high note.
Well, let's see what else is going on into the chat with everybody here. We have, let's see. Ron says, I saved the salsa napkin art for you, Jared.
Thank you, Ron. I knew I could count on you.
We have Steven. Steven is joining us. Hi, Steven.
What up, Steve?
Hey,
I don't know how he's asking how the Patriots did. I do not know.
I think the
Patriots left, I knew
they were doing well.
All right.
They were doing well. They probably won the game by now.
Ron says that chronologically wasn't Amazing Spider-Man 252 a couple of weeks before Team Up?
Yeah. I just don't want to argue with the audience.
I think John's made it clear that we're not going to really go into the weeds on this.
Yeah, you guys can argue amongst yourselves. All I know is
didn't I already say that this is like one of those spots that people they'll fight me tooth and nail. Like, it's like the art, it had to be out the way it had to be. It's like that's the way it is.
Now, John, I have a theory here that you can put to rest for me for once and for all.
I can, maybe for you. Other people might have, they believe what they want to believe. But go ahead.
So the black uniform Spidey came about because you guys were tired of drawing the webs, right?
No, it was a gimmick. Everybody that in Secret Wars, they had something that changed. Some little thing changed. And it was only a temporary thing for the storyline, and then it was supposed to change back. And when it came to, that's why She-Hulk wound up being in Fantastic Four, because Ben Grimm stayed behind on Battleworld, and so the She-Hulk took his place.
I love She-Hulk. I just want to go on record. I love She-Hulk.
And we still see the after effects of Colossus and was it Sashi or Seija? I could never figure out how to pronounce her name.
Pat knows.
Yes.
Yeah.
That the impacts of that were felt even recently in the almost marriage of Kitty Pryde and Colossus.
She's not of age, is she?
Well, she is now.
Well, what do you mean now? Are you one of those people that rewrite comic book history?
No, I just interpret it to suit my own needs.
Okay.
Or is that the same thing?
I just called your brother a pedophile.
Yeah, we're gonna get 15 minutes of the show.
I didn't marry her.
See what happens when we let
write
Jason
the
talk.
story.
I'm gonna let me see. How do I mute Jason's mic here? You see?
Oh, you've tried for years.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I heard. Only Jared can mute it, I think.
I think we did find out a way once, didn't we?
Yeah, there is a button up there where you can mute somebody.
Yeah. I'm just kidding, but am I? Yeah. You'll find out, Jason.
You'll find out. You go back and watch the replay.
And he'll see himself talking and laughing, but not hearing. Yeah, won't be hearing anything.
Oh, let's get to some more chat here, since it's all about our peoples. So we appreciate you very much for joining us. I'm going to run through some chat. But before I do that, make sure that you subscribe to the channel at Longbox Crusade on YouTube, and make sure you give us some thumbs up or thumbs down if you want, but we prefer a thumbs up. Would help a lot. So also, don't forget, if you want to join more into the fun and get some extra stuff behind the scenes, become a Crusaders Club member. We just launched that on the Patreon at Longbox Crusade. So go there. You can join for just $1, and it'll get you some really awesome stuff. We just released a lot of stuff last night. I was really busy typing away last night. So if you were already a member, you may have saw some things get released at that time, like a new never before heard episode Lost called Comics to Council Crusade, where me, Jared, and Joe November, he's been waiting for 2 years to hear it.
He's been waiting for 2 years to hear that episode.
So that's out there on there as well too. So go ahead and give us a shout over there.
What's the name? What is the name of that again? Because it sounds like if that would have been in the 50s, that would have worked fantastic.
The name of that episode is
no. The name of your Patreon thing. Oh,
Patreon. It's called Crusaders Club.
Yeah, I'm stealing that. I'm going to domain that name right now. Crusadersclub.com. Boy, if that's not taken, you better get it, because I will. Crusaders Club. That's in the 50s. That would have been big, wouldn't it have?
Yeah, well, that's what we're bringing back. That's why we're doing it. We're bringing back the fun, and we want this to be just a membership of listeners and people that enjoy comics and all the crazy and fun stuff that we're doing, and we want to hear from you as well too. That's what it's all about.
I'm telling you, Crusaders Club. You need to.
We're gonna have decoder rings and.
I have Ron in the room working on that right now. He's finding out if that domain name is available for purchase. You can monetize that thing.
There, I'm putting on my decoder rings right now.
See, decoder rings. That's what you need. And you're going to have a membership card, right?
Yes, we do.
We do. Yeah. If you're a patron,
the preview went up last night.
No, that's what I'm saying. I am bringing that up because I thought I saw that on Twitter or something. And that harkens back to the day when, there was little fun stuff like that you would get,
John gets it. John gets the content.
Yeah.
I get it totally. Heck, I was not around quite that long, but, I tell you what, I used to always want that submarine, but I could never get that.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
the cardboard one or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they never showed it in cardboard. It was always like really detailed and rendered, and and what was it, like 298 or some, what? And didn't they used to do like a 298? It was always like 98, and then they somehow figured out 99 was better than 98 on the end of a sales.
At the end of the price, yeah.
Yeah.
Digging the Spidey, Jared.
Thanks, man. That's John, though.
That's John.
Your skills have grown, Jared. Your skills have grown.
I've been doing this for decades.
Now, John, you almost have to be insulted. You have to be like, he thought it was me.
Yeah, but he said he was digging it. And you told me before your brother never compliments your work.
No, that was Delvin.
Well,
I always compliment his work.
I'm not watching, so I don't know who said it.
Jared, what are you drawing?
1010. It's a commission for Darren and Ruth, and they are in the chat.
Oh, nice. I know nothing about 1010.
Is it both Darren and Ruth? Speak up in the chat there, Rad. Let us know.
Does anyone know something about 1010?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jason and I growing up in Europe, like we were telling John, it's like the law. You have to read 1010.
Yeah.
But he's just a plucky adventurer with a white dog named Snowy.
And a heart of gold.
All right, fair enough. Missed the 10-10 boat. I miss most boats. Watercraft
Yeah,
thing.
I have a hard time.
Of course, you're going to be embarrassed if they want a sketch from the movie 10 with Bo Derek.
Whoa. Watch out now.
Ron says that it's $4,888 to buy your CC domain. Thanks, Ron, for looking that up.
Thanks, Ron.
No, that he's bought it. Now that's what it's going to cost you.
You're the man, Ron.
Let's see.
Right.
I wonder if that really is. Ron, is that? What was that? Crusader Club, right? Man, that is too good.
Yeah, sure. It's
you have to make sure before you announce this stuff to lock certain things down.
Well,
like
we already have a website, man.
Yeah, we're got a website.
No. When you do a spin-off thing, extra. This is not like everyone can walk in. This is you're putting it together as a special. You buy into this, right?
Well, that's what Patreon does.
Yeah.
Is it plural? Crusaders Club?
Well, don't you worry about it.
Well, you should become a member and find out, John.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh my gosh. It really is. Crusadersclub.com is $5,625 to purchase.
Wow.
Now I'm going to take the plural off of it.
This is Business 101 with John.
Make an offer. Make an offer.
Didn't John do a Business 101 thing last time we were on, Pat?
Yeah, I think so too.
Now this makes no sense. They have a crusaderclub.club because they have a .club. I'm going to just be quiet. Let's see here.
Well, let's go ahead and get to some things in the chat while John is looking things up for us.
That would actually work for $21.99. And then you build your website around it. And now, does Longbox Crusade have a website?
It does.
Of course.
www.longboxcrusade.com.
WorldWideWeb.com. It's the bomb.
www. Yeah.
www is so 1990s.
Oh, that's where I'm from, John.
I know, but
I grew up.
Now you know.
I'm not hip.
It's going to come back around like all trends.
Yeah, sure it is.
The kids are going to be like, if you don't www, then you don't know.
Yeah, they're going to think it's the World Wrestling Federation.
Yeah.
Worldwide Wrestling.
Now Courtney's ears have perked up. Tuned in now.
Ric Flair and I had dinner the other night, and in fact, that was yesterday. Ric Flair and I. And Ric Flair was dazzling us with his magic.
Styling and profiling.
Uh-oh, someone's hit the bottom of the juice.
Yeah. Gin and juice.
I wish it was this kind of, I could have made it. I have gin downstairs.
I know. You never gave me one when we was there.
Yeah, it's all safely locked away downstairs.
I said, Delvin, I see you got some gin there. That's one of my favorite drinks. Oh yeah, maybe I'll make you one later. And I was there for like 4 days.
Well,
he was like, maybe I'll open up the vents for Jason too.
After you finished his 3 bottles of vodka, he was like protective of his gin.
Oh yeah, he took the brandy away. And for some reason, I'm like,
the sailors say, Brandy, you're a fine girl.
I smelled
what a good wife you would be.
I couldn't find any.
Little Sensimelia?
Yeah.
Little Super Skunk?
I didn't think we were rolling like that, John.
Rolling.
See?
You're trapped. You're trapped now. See, it's like chess. You're in a trap.
That's true. I put myself in it too. I put my ass right in the jackpot there.
Slug it right.
That's in the jackpot.
That was me. 100%.
Oh, well, I think we're gonna. You guys ready to give away a raffle?
Yeah. You
Or
want to go
the-
full blown? Should we go full blown Patreon, or should we do somebody in the chat first?
Well, it's up to you. don't care.
Ooh,
Hey, can you all give away like a free membership to your Patreon?
that's
Is
a
that
good question.
available? Or do you just have to kind of pay for it out of your own pocket?
Oh, we were
Where's-
just going to give away that Spider-Man
John?
that you're drawing.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta find the mute button for John.
I like Jason's answer. We're going to give away John Spider-Man drawing.
Yeah,
Well, you PayPal me the money and I can get it right to you. You can give it away.
Jared, hook that up.
Oh, I tell you what, Pat, we need to find out the folks in the chat that want to be in the raffle.
Okay.
So if you're in the chat and you want to be in the raffle, say go ahead and type winner, and
Chicken dinner.
that's right. And while that's happening, we'll do our very first Crusaders Club raffle. How's that sound, Pat? Because you already got that information ready, right?
I do. They have several of people that already signed up to be a club member. We really appreciate that. We passed our first goal on the Crusader Club. Let me bring that up here, and I'll tell you what that goal was.
I'll tell you what. If I see two Mario figures, one is Captain America and one is Superman for that membership card.
Don't you worry about that. You mind your business over there, Spider-Man.
I'm
You
gonna-
concentrate on that art right there.
I'm gonna be wondering about where's my cut.
All right, Pat, go ahead and pin me so I can start showing these folks
Okay, hold on a second. I'm just going to say
words.
yes, words that are words, and this is what happens when you got too many things up. So you are pinned. So, but I wanted to say about our Crusader Club. If you join, we did pass our first goal was getting 4 people to join.
That wasn't us.
That wasn't Delvin, Jared, Pat, or Jason. But we do appreciate that. For
That's
those
what
of you
I'm
that did
asking.
join.
See, Pat, that's what I need to know. Like when you have a multiple, it's not just you run it, or is it you just running the Patreon? Or do you all have like admin?
We all help each other out. We all have each other help each other out.
Well, but what I'm saying is when you do that, okay, let's say you have 4 or 5 people that are running the Patreon that go in together. Do they all have like admin status, or do you just make one username and then they can log in and post something?
We make one username.
Okay, that's what I didn't know. Like if, let's say Jared wanted to post something and it was like, okay, so it's coming from Jared unless, and I didn't know if like a group type of thing, it would be kind of cool because, you have a gang of what, 4 people there that can, with Devin and is it
plethora of 4 people?
Right. So the more people there, the more content you could get out theoretically every month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're doing pretty good.
If Jared would
stay, if motivated people,
if Jared would stay off Twitter and stuff all the time.
I'm the one getting it done, man. I'm the one getting it done.
Jared,
Jared
is the whip.
I know.
Yep, he's the whip.
And is he a nice whip or is he cruel? Because he always tells me I'm cruel.
He's nice. He said, I learned from somebody else that
not to be cruel.
To be nice. Not to
Don't
be
cruel.
Cruel.
To a heart that's true.
It's better to be.
No other love.
Better
Baby,
to
get that script into me right now.
So going back to Patreon.
Yeah,
going back to our club.
Yeah, what were we doing? I think we had a lunchbox there with like
that gave up. I started drawing again.
It was Jared had it posted there. He was
That's
doing,
what happened.
He was doing the hand thing, like I'm waiting.
The hand jive.
Yeah. Doing that crazy hand jive.
But we did pass our 4 Patreon, so we appreciate the 4 people that got us there. Past the more than a trash can level. We are now on level 2.
Sky Striker story yet.
Yeah. We are now on level 2, which is Chubbins and Sweetums approved. So we're looking for raising that up to get up to 25 more people to join us and get that level started as well. That will bring an upgrade to raffle prizes some original art pieces as well, and things like that. So check that out. You can just join for $1. Imagine what a book will get you a lot these days at the Crusader Club.
You see that sweet Spider-Man?
Man,
picture that John Beatty's working on? Yeah, you don't get that.
Yeah, you don't get that. You only get that.
You don't get that.
You only get that if you join my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitter. And when I have that $20 head sketch sale, you can get one just like that.
Yeah, you got to strike while the iron's hot. Or you can wait till the next time I visit John's office, and then we'll magically have a bunch of new stuff.
I don't know. I'm pretty barren here.
Yeah, you do tend to get out the door these days.
No,
Well,
I mean, you know. I know.
Let's go ahead and
Ron could start his own fan club.
Damn you!
Let's
Ron.
raffle something. Got started.
yeah, let's raffle.
something.
Let's get it. Yeah.
All right,
go
let me show what our very first Crusaders Club raffle.
So this is going to be for the people that have signed up.
Can you pin? Is Jared pinned?
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. He's popping back and forth.
Pin me.
Delvin's ugly mug. Now
No, that's that. You have to.
that's your ugly mug.
You guys, give you a hint here. You guys have to pin him. He is pinned on the main stream.
How do I pin him?
Just a little tip from Pat.
All right.
He's pinned.
Our very first Crusaders Club giveaway. There'll be a Crusaders Club giveaway on every live stream because we're doing 3 per quarter. This time's winner's going to get this amazing Spider-Man lunchbox. Should we see what's inside?
Well, wait, Jared. Is there more?
It's a tuna fish sandwich. I'm going to be honest with you.
That might not keep.
How old is it?
I don't remember. That's the scary part. All right, inside you get the Batman Forever soundtrack on CD.
The Kiss from a Rose.
Yeah.
Dang right. You get the sweet metal Joker figure.
Nice.
I keep seeing Pat.
You
No,
get.
I thought Jared was pinned.
I'm pinned, John. I'm pinned. It's only us who are in the chat that it changes for. You get a pack of 1989 Batman trading cards unopened.
Where do you get a load of that?
Yeah.
Please don't chew the gum.
Yeah, I can feel the gum in there. Good luck with that.
It'd be like a brick.
Break your
3 unopened packs of Batman Forever Top Stadium Club cards.
Ooh.
And you get 5 unopened packs of G.I. Joe trading cards.
Jared, do the Second City TV 3D effect on those. There you go.
Coming right at you. There you go. So
more. What's in the thermos?
The thermos has tomato soup in it. So
I thought it was brandy.
So you get the trading cards, you get the lunchbox, you get the Joker figure, and the Batman Forever CD soundtrack. And all you got to do to win stuff like this is get on the Patreon and give as little as $1 a month. So who's going to win the lunchbox of awesomeness on this go round?
Okay, well, let's go ahead and find out. The names of the club members that have been in there has been put into the randomizer. And
this is just for Crusaders Club members. So those of you with the winner, we haven't forgotten about you. There's more for you later.
So go ahead and get signed up, and you'll be ready for next month. I am going to hit the randomize, and we will see who it is. At different levels, it'll get you more entries in. So if you do $5, you'll get 5 entries. Well, 6 really, because your first one. And then if you do the 10, you'll get 11.
That's crazy talk.
It's crazy. And the top person this go around is Ivan the Collector.
All right.
That's Ivan Tudley.
This is going off to merry old England, y'all.
Uh-oh. That's going to be an expensive ship.
That's why we have to Patreon.
That's going to take more than your Patreon.
Ivan keeps winning everything, so we.
What it's all about. Patreon goes back to you, folks.
The Patreon goes back to you.
Speaking of back to you, let's go ahead and see who has put winner in the chat. I don't know, Jason, have you been following that, or do you want me to give out some names?
Oh, you're going to have to shout out the names, Pat.
You got to do it all, Pat. You got to do it.
Pretty much.
It's all you.
I just figured out how to pin Jared, so I'm trying myself right
Get
now.
off me!
Oh, we got to go to John, but he doesn't have anything up, so I'm gonna.
I'm busy
Getting ready?
right now. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
fixing to. You guys go so tight that.
Yeah.
There's
That's
no.
how we run a tight ship from Jared.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you got to give the people what they want and give them a little more time.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and go to here's some winners, or not winners, but here's some people that want to get in. So if
They're all winners in our book.
They're all winners, yeah. You're a winner just for showing up.
That's right.
Yes.
I did.
So,
gain,
Noah,
I was going to say I did gain a subscriber from putting my link in your chat. So thank you to whoever subscribed there.
Quit swagger jacking, John.
I learned that from Jared.
That was me. I subscribed finally, John.
That's how he hijacked the Longbox Crusade.
I don't know what you're talking about. What were you about to? You're about to read out some names, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to read off some names while John gets ready here. Let's see. We have Noah wants to be in. Bob.
Who is it? Sorry.
Noah. Also Noah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
AKA Kirk.
Bob, and I'm going to spell that backwards. Bob. Just to see if you're paying attention, Jason.
Babs, got it.
Mr. Come On Down himself, Planko.
Plinko.
Come on. Man.
Tim Thrice, got it.
Ivan. Chudley.
Ivan, haven't you won enough today?
Ivan actually texted, "Take me off of the winner." He actually did just text that.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, it's in the bottom of the chat.
I'm kidding, Ivan. You can.
Well, that's where you got to have rules, like. When I did the free head sketches, it was like you couldn't win. You had to wait a month, give everyone a chance.
Yeah, we were a little bit different here.
Yeah, but if somebody's winning every time, it's going to look like you guys have.
We're okay with that. Rampant favoritism.
John, I'll give you a hint. If we were going to rig this to where the same person would win, we wouldn't have that person be the one that lives overseas.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the dude in England. I'll tell you that for nothing.
Well,
we do appreciate that.
We really don't know that he. I mean, I don't know that he lives in England.
Oh, I do because I've shipped to him before.
Well, you could be lying to me. See, I don't know that. I've never.
The first time. You're right. You're right to be suspicious.
That's right.
Well, let's get to some more names on the list.
Noah, Bob, Tim. Who else we got?
Courtney.
I
say, did I tell you Ivan or Ivor? Ivor Evans. Yep. Ivor.
Okay.
See who else is in the chat.
Oh, I forgot to type in.
Okay, there you go. Blasted or stashed it.
I'll put John in there. Okay.
What is it? No, don't put me in there. What does the winner get?
It's a surprise.
Surprise.
Oh. Okay, yeah, don't put me in then because it.
Did you get
You
blasted?
get to wash Jared's car.
Yeah.
Did you get blasted or stash it?
I got it.
Okay.
Yes, I did. Thank you for your
right.
subscription.
Very cool. Let's see. We got GL HG.
I will do a serious. I thought we were going to do a serious, but I didn't know this was just a giveaway show. Look at Jared go. He's like fast. He needs to do live sketching at shows.
I just might.
You're going to have to if you keep doing Heroes Con.
Mm-hmm. I know this.
I didn't lie to you.
No, I usually lie to you, not the other way around.
I've been knowing that. Your brother told me.
All right. Well, if you want to get in on the raffle for this Doing It live stream, go ahead and put winner. We'll get you in, and we'll give it some time. We'll give it another 10, 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, I'll read back the names real quick to who I have so far. So if you don't hear your name, make sure you reach out to Pat. So I got Noah, Bob, Tim, Courtney, Ivor, Blast It and Stash It, and GLHG.
I'm rooting for Blast It and Stash It, or whichever, because they subscribe to my channel. And now I'm at 140, and my goal was to get 150 subscribers by the end of the month.
Well, where can people find you, John? Hey, John, why don't you tell us where people can find you on the internet if they want to help you become?
I am going to put that in the chat, and there's a lot of content already in there of me drawing and doing watercolors and quick sketches. Jared's on there, Pat's on there. They wouldn't let I forget Jared's brother's name.
Jason.
Yeah. What's his name? They wouldn't let Daryl come on. They never even mentioned, is it Devin?
Delvin.
They never even mentioned you, man. Sorry.
Damn, man. This is not an episode of Maury Povich.
Oh, it's not? I'm sorry. I thought it was.
John sells out his friends on this episode.
Yeah.
Oh, you all are friends? Oh my gosh.
That should tell you something about how you've arranged your life, John.
This is horrible.
While John's lamenting his decisions, I wanted to mention how professional Jason looks with the headset on.
Yeah.
You mean he hasn't had one?
He doesn't look that way normally when we record, but
really?
Well, he put pants on for one, so
you can't see what's going on down south.
I can. You got up and walked out, and you had pants on.
Oh yeah, okay, all right. So you did see south of the Mason-Dixon line.
But now wait a minute. Wait, that begs the. How did he do this before without a headset and a mic?
Lots of cocaine.
That's right.
I believe. Man, that's like
I have podcasting superpowers like Aquaman. I could just telepathically record my thoughts. These nuts.
Well, let's see what we got some going on in the chat here, folks. Ross Michaud has joined us. Hello.
Oh.
Ross says, does the Spidey lunchbox come with a free sandwich or Hostess pie?
I told you there's a tuna fish sandwich in there.
Ivan will know what's really in there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Only he will develvenage it. I tried. It didn't work.
Noah says, hold on, guys. I have to unsubscribe from John since he only roots for Blast It or Stash It. Ooh.
Well,
Drama, high drama.
We got some drama today.
He's just kidding, though. He's just.
I know
kidding.
he was the new subscriber from this channel to my to mine. Noah's been around a while, and he's got a free sketch. So I figured since he got a free sketch that he'd be okay.
There's no satisfying that one. I can tell you that.
There's no satisfying Noah.
No, that's Big Five Army Kirk right there.
I know.
He's never.
He's the one that was breastfeeding his kids, wasn't he?
No, that was Big Easy.
Oh, okay. We got Big Army and Big Easy, and everybody's easy or big there. I don't know. What's up with that?
Hey, we can't speak for our viewers. We can only speak for ourselves.
I know, but your viewers say something about you, right?
Maybe.
That's what Jared tells me.
Don't believe he's a liar. Don't believe what he says.
Well, so far I like everybody that's been named onto this list, so I don't have a favorite that I'm rooting for.
I don't either. I'm just saying.
Let's see more in the chat going on here. Catch up on some of the chitter chat. And if you want to ask a question of either one of us, John, Delvin, Jared, Jason,
Dingleheimer, Schmidt.
His name is my name too. Whenever we go out, you can hear the people shout.
There goes John.
Jacob, Dingleheimer.
John. Pat, Delvin, Jason, Jared, John.
His name is name too. Whenever you go out, you can hear the Crusader Club shout. There goes Delvin, Pat, and Jason, and Jared, John. All right. Now that we're off of that side,
I am telling you, I think the Crusader Club thing could be huge.
Huge.
If you all would just, I need to talk to Jared, and he's going to go, nah, that doesn't fit into what I want to do. It's always what Jared.
This is Pat's thing. This is Pat's thing. Talk to Pat.
So
well, I thought you were the man. You told me you took over the show. But you did, and it was a hostile takeover too.
Jared is the one beneath my wings.
Hey,
did I ever tell you that Jared's my hero?
Now I threw up a little bit in my mouth when you just said
He's
that.
Everything I want him to be.
You want him to be?
In fact, maybe a little bit more than a little in my mouth. I threw up when you just said that there, Pat.
Yeah, I can fly higher than an eagle.
Oh, come on. Stop now.
Not going away. It's not going away, John. Soak it up.
Jared,
you
got a question.
Uh-oh, I got a question.
Whew, thank God.
The question is, what is your con schedule?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's from Huey. Huey wants to see you somewhere, Jared.
Jared's con schedule. Sorry.
Yes, I'm
so
sorry.
let's do both. We'll do Jared's, and then we can do John's.
All right.
Yeah, that way I'll know where to avoid.
Yeah. Well, bad news for you. My very first one is going to be in April in Daytona at the Daytona Beach Comic-Con, where I will be seeing John. Now, John, you're not going to have a table. You're just going to be hanging out as usual. Yes? Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, I'll be at Daytona Beach Comic-Con hanging out with my best friend, John. And that'll be in April. And then I'm booked for Heroes Con in June. I'm booked for Dragon Con and Labor Day weekend.
Man, I still can't get approved for that.
Well, maybe if you were nicer to me, I'd put a word in for you.
No, that's okay. I'm gonna do it the hard way. I don't piggyback.
They said, if
last time you did a favor for me, I saw an Andrew Robinson painting get stolen by one of the guys that actually was putting the show on. Not literally stolen, but I mean.
I am lost on this story. I'm going to be honest with you. But,
you were at the auction?
I don't know what else. What is other than literally stolen? I mean, what is? I mean,
well,
either stolen. Are you talking about that auction in Georgia?
Yes, when the guy
I wasn't at that auction.
I know you were doing sales and flirting with the girls.
Well, go on with your story.
Right. I thought you'd see it my way. I mean, when you have a show, it's should the promoters be allowed to bid in their own auctions?
Oh, that's a question for the ages that I can't answer.
For the ages.
Mm-hmm.
Since I happen to have chat up, Ross asked you, Jared, what about PorchCon 2009?
PorchCon is still in the works, man.
Yeah.
What is that?
That's we're going to hang out at Ross's house.
That's out at Ross's porch.
Okay.
That's on Ross's porch.
We're camping out in the backyard or front yard.
What's the attendance expected to be there?
I think like 4.
A handful. Yeah.
5? Does that include you all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm good with that. As long as someone shows up, there's a party to be had, right?
That's right.
Well, it's always a party when we're together.
That's right.
Ain't that right, guys?
Ain't no party like LBC party because the LBC party don't stop.
Woo.
What's an LBC party?
Longbox
Crusade.
I thought you were hip with the lingo here, John.
Well, it depends on what lingo you're talking.
Well, the way I see it playing out, John, is maybe I'll talk to some of my friends at Dragon Con and I'll be like, hey, that guy that did Hamilton versus Burrow Werewolf Tale recommended that guy that did Secret Wars, and maybe that'll get you in. I don't know. We'll see. Like, seriously? You know the Hamilton versus Burrow Werewolf Tale guy?
Ross wants to tell you, Jared, that that's it. Neighborhood Kid is magic with his crayons. You almost lost your slot.
Crap that.
You better get your
get my game up here.
Yeah.
I hear he got the 64 pack for Christmas too.
Oh man!
And I understand.
Oh man!
And
I love getting that.
I understand the estate sale artist is already approved for I
hate that guy. I hate that guy.
For the Dragon Con.
Hate the estate sale artist.
Estate sale artist might be making it to Texas at the end of or at the beginning of February. He was talking that up.
Actually, I love the estate sale artist. He's a big supporter of my work.
Yes, he is. I can't believe you'd say you hated someone like that.
You know, him trying to steal my shtick and all, but he does support the heck out of me. That's Dr. Kaz for all those in the know. Dr.
He
Kaz
might be
is a
in
cool
here
cat.
lurking, you know.
He probably is.
It's hard to tell. We have about 14 watching right now. Thank you all for hitting the thumbs up.
I can't believe the Patriots won.
They won rather convincingly too.
Yeah, I know. I was really hoping that the Chargers could pull it out.
John,
I mean, they just got down too big. It was 35-7, and yeah.
Huey wants to know, John, where are you going? Are you going to be at C2E2 in March?
No. Nope.
Where is C2E2? Is that Chicago?
Chicago, yeah.
Oh, hey, that's close to me. Maybe I might.
Get going, man.
I don't know. We'll see.
Get going.
If Huey, you going to be there?
Lottie,
close to my network, my neighborhood. Where else are you going to be, John?
The convention scene is getting really bizarre this year. In the fact that, you know, there's so many shows, and the bigger ones are beginning to tighten their budgets on anybody that's not like a media, you know, person.
Oh,
yeah,
exactly.
I actually am not even going to Emerald City this year just because.
Well,
there's
and that's
fewer and fewer comics, folks. It's all big media names anymore.
That's right, and you know the ticket prices are getting a lot higher.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get a nice small show that actually still wants comic artists and creators,
yep,
and they don't really usually like. That's why I endorse Heroes Con. Like, I mean, creators are there out the wazoo.
That is what I would want to go for. I really I enjoy the movies, but I mean, you have a lot of actors who they might care about that character maybe or the movie, but I mean, I wouldn't expect them to care about comic books necessarily.
No, they care about that $150 they're going to charge for an autograph or a.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I've never been about that. You can kiss my hindparts on that much money for a random dude to take some picture looking all like, you know, like, yeah, just give me the money. I'm not even smiling on this picture. Who cares? You're still paying me. Yeah. Ugh. Not my bag, baby. By the way, Jason, Courtney asked you, where's your glasses?
Well, I
got them right here at my house, Courtney. They're right here at my house.
I actually wear my glasses to see things far away. For things like this, when I'm looking at a screen or reading, I take my glasses off.
How far is your brother away from you?
Not far enough, John. I'm kidding.
I'm there with you. I know what you mean. And not for Jared, but just, you know, family, you know.
I just want to give a heads up. We're gonna at 5 more. Hold on, Jason. Shh, Jason, be quiet.
Wait.
We're gonna give 5 more minutes, and then we'll do another raffle. So if you want to get in, for those that haven't, go ahead and say winner in the chat. We'll get you added to the list, and then we'll do a raffle in about 5 more minutes. Otherwise, if you got some questions too, go ahead and put them in the chat. Me, Delvin, maybe Jason got his glasses on, and we'll start watching the chat here. So,
oh no, I'm not watching the chat at all. I'm just
okay. So Jason's not watching the chat. He can only do one thing at a time, so we'll keep him busy.
Barely that.
But go ahead, Delvin and Mai got the chat, right, Delvin?
What? Huh?
Now he's making Delvin do something.
Like a well-oiled machine. We are.
I have been on chat, so
Okay,
yeah. If I see any questions pop up or whatever, I just
we'll grab him.
I've been in a conversation with Ross who also called me Devin, and I kind of asked like, "What's up with the L?" And he says that I have to earn my L up here, kind of like get my brown belt. So it's Devin.
You got to judo flip this podcast to get your L, son.
Man, that's just wrong. I can't even get my own dang name.
So if you got something to say, Jason, go ahead and back to our regularly scheduled program.
Okay, I was just gonna say I so far have Noah, Bob, Tim, Courtney, Ivor, Blast It and Stash It, and GLHG on the list. So
Hold on a second. Let me get to the. Okay, I say it again. You got
Noah, Bob, Tim, Courtney, Ivor, Blast It and Stash It, and GLHG.
So I got Blast It, Ivor, Ivan, Courtney, Tim, Noah, Bob, and GL. Am I missing anybody?
Thought Ivan said to take his name out of this one, but if he changed his mind, I'll put it back in.
It's up to you. We'll go ahead.
Yeah, we'll throw it back in there.
Aren't those online randomizer things great, Pat?
Yeah, very cool.
It's amazing how I know. I used those too when I did my free picks, and it's really neat to just put names in there and then like push the button and boom, it pops somebody up, and then you can just remove that person, hit it again, boom.
No, I'm sorry, Ross. The keyword is not Espadito.
You know, Ron and I had Mexican food last night at Salsa's. And Jacob did too. Mr. Jacob went with us. He was a little sick, but man, he was a trooper.
Nothing settles your stomach like Mexican food.
Oh, boy. Well, no, he had a cold, but...
Well, that'll clear your head.
Well, he's not into the spice. He likes his cheese quesadilla and the he calls it the yellow rice because it's yellow, but the Spanish rice.
Nothing wrong with that.
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah, I know. Good rice. I make my own homemade rice. I learned it from my mom. Not as I still can't make it as good as her, but I'm doing all right.
How about your shrooms?
I like them sauteed.
I went from Sensimilia and then I'm back to you see where John's rolling here.
Ross says, Jared missed his calling.
Jared, you missed your calling? You could have been a hand model.
Yeah.
Hand jive.
With his girly-like fingers.
Delicate is the word, John. Delicate.
Very, very much like David Duchovny.
That's right. And Zoolander.
Let's see. Okay, let's take a look at my hand. I got nice hands. No calluses. Yeah. Nice and smooth. A little crack. I could use a manicure right now.
I did a manicure.
Maybe you should go.
Oh, every month I used to get a manicure pedi. From this Vietnamese girl. Oh, that was like really why I did it. But
oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
So I don't understand this show. What are we doing here? Is this a show on comic books, or is it just
a show of talking?
This is our chance to talk with the folks who support our podcast.
Okay,
you ask questions in the chat, we answer them. That's all. That's all.
Okay, the only reason I asked is because I have listened to the podcast before, and it seems like you all take an issue of whatever and kind of go through and see who created it and what your thoughts of it,
Sure.
Sounds accurate.
And I thought we were going to be talking comics, and suddenly we've turned into like The Price is Right.
Yeah, because Tim joined
So, are
us.
you saying this is your last appearance on our network?
I need to know what I'm doing here. It's like I told Jared, I said I might be able to make it. And then I wake up this morning to like, hey, John Beatty's going to be on the show.
That's how I got him in a corner.
I was like, well, I guess it'll get me through these couple of, and I still have two more to do. One for Dr. Kaz and one for Tater from Friday night. So
you don't need to give him one.
who?
Noah?
No, he paid. They paid for it. So
Noah, the hyper potato, paid for something? I don't believe this story at all.
no, I'm saying Dr. Kaz and and Tater.
Oh, I thought you were saying Noah, the hyper potato when you said tater.
You need to get your hearing checked there, Jared.
Well, I thought it was a slang term for tater, potato. Don't act like you don't know.
No, Tater actually has a store in Alabama.
Oh. Well, let me ask you something there, John. Do you currently have any items sitting around you over there that are for sale? You got anything up on your big cartel or anything like that?
It's either sold or Ron's got it.
Nah, Ron. So you got nothing for sale? Can't turn this into your auction today?
No.
All right.
In fact, I was gonna look. I actually have been looking at if I go because I'm just on the free big cartel. Maybe you can tell me because I used to keep the gold big cartel.
Yeah, the 10 is that the $10 a month? That's the one I do. $10 a month.
Because I do like that you can. I know it's 25 items, but I'm trying to figure out if I go that route. I'll always have a store, which will be good.
Mm-hmm.
But do they limit you in pages? Can you do like a blog thing? And because I'm kind of paying more now monthly than I would be if I just went full on big cartel.
Good. I don't really use big cartel for anything but put my pieces out there, so I don't know about like the whole blog aspect of it.
See, you're no good.
I'm no good,
right, Jason? Jason's right. Everything Jason emailed me about you is right.
Speaking about being no good, let's go ahead and give something away.
All right.
Nice
segue.
I'm Mr. Segway.
Mr. Segway.
What do we got? Well,
does that make your wife? Wait a minute. Does that make your wife Mrs. Segway?
Sure.
Okay.
Yep. She comes and she goes.
Let that one go.
That's what
go.
I just heard that one in my mind. Sorry.
Would you like to walk that back?
That's okay. She's not listening anyway.
She will be.
So anyway,
who do we have?
We have Noah, Bob, Tim, Courtney, Ivor, Blast It and Stash It, GLHG, and Ivan.
So I got Blast It, Ivor, Ivan, Courtney, Tim, Noah, Bob, and GL.
That is correct.
Okay. Jared, tell them what we got.
I just want to point out that Courtney just said in the chat, Delvin is getting bored.
Delvin's heading down to Florida.
Well, very quickly, Blasted or Stash It let us know that he'd be in Chicago from March 21st through the 25th. I'm assuming there's a con.
Yeah, C2E2.
Oh, the C2E2.
C2E2. All right. Let's see. No, the potato told John that he's supposed to be drawing his Atari Force piece.
Mm-hmm.
And Courtney, with the best topic ever, wanted us to discuss how Alabama lost to Clemson.
Because Clemson has that prodigy quarterback.
Oh yeah, I mean, the dude is.
I just heard about him.
This beautiful flowing hair, and
he's like Thor, right? He's Thor.
Yeah, loves Jesus and America too. It's ridiculous.
Apple pie.
Yeah, I mean,
and,
oh goodness.
Yeah, Alabama's had enough, or Bama's had enough wins.
Good one, Courtney. Good
I don't
one.
want to upset. No, the hyper potatoes can get upset. We keep going down this road.
Well, speaking of going down this road, let's say Rad Adventure likes absolutely loving the sketch, Jared. So
Oh, good.
like,
I'm glad you're digging it.
can you dig it?
I can dig it.
You
Yes,
know,
you can.
I have a commission to do of Tintin and Snowy.
I thought you finished that one.
No,
Okay.
because I asked Thorsten, because he had like a special little scene or something he wanted, and I asked him, and he's like, I can't think of it now. I have to get back to you on it. But I think I'm going to do a nice watercolor on mine.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Mine's black and white intentional because this is going to get digitally colored. The commission folks specifically requested one of my digital colorists to do digital. So
Very cool.
Who's the gentleman to the right in the black blazer and whatnot?
that's Captain Haddock, I think is his name. I believe it's Captain Haddock.
Named after the fish.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
He's like
Because
Snowy's or Tintin's like buddy.
he is the captain.
He is the captain.
So named after the fish, I believe.
Oh, so that's where Captain and Tennille got their name from.
Yes.
Ah, there you go.
Mhm.
You know, I haven't heard anything about them lately.
It's been a while.
Remember, they haven't had any news. You know, ever since Muskrat Love, it's been.
They haven't dropped any new hotness since then.
It's been quiet. Their show's not even on TV.
I hear it in the club scene. I hear it in the club scene. It's all, you know, in the raves I go to, they got some backbeat music.
Yeah, all right.
Weren't we supposed to be doing a raffle?
We are.
Sure.
Go ahead and get that name ready. We're going to raffle off a copy
them
of.
ready.
You ready? Ready for the reveal?
I'm ready.
All right. We're going to give away a copy of Blackthorn Spires of Mars.
That was
magic.
What is that?
It is a novel by Ian Watson. I did the cover art, so I will sign it for you.
Don't ruin the cover.
Why did we invite him on?
I don't know. You kept begging me, so I figured, okay, I'll go full Beatty.
Oh man, I
went all in on this.
never go full Beatty.
I went full Beatty.
Quarter Beatty. Half Beatty, quarter
No,
Beatty.
I know you can't. If you go, you have to go full Beatty. Unless you're on my show, then I dial it back.
Oh,
Did you notice?
okay.
Have you noticed that?
I have noticed that, John. Definitely.
Hey, note for you guys. Ruth and Darren from the Rad Adventures Network says Pat, the captain, got his name during the time as the keyboard player for the Beach Boys, where they called him Captain Keyboard.
Wow.
Sadly,
Yeah,
just passed away last week.
Yeah, we know that.
I did not know that.
You did not
I
know
didn't
that?
know that. No, I did not know
I
that.
did
That's sad to hear.
Yeah. Oh,
I
he was.
did know that.
He was on the same day as two other people, and they were all 76 years old.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then you may not know this, but Paul briefly also played keyboard. For the
Now, the funny thing is, when I was reading that on Facebook, somebody just said,
Good one, Ron. Good one.
Mean Gene, the announcer, it's hard to believe that he wasn't older than 76. He looked like he was 76 his entire life. I can't remember who the third person was, but someone just said something about, I just heard somebody else died, and they said, that's the third one after so-and-so, and they just said the captain, and I'm like, the captain? I'm like, okay, it's not going to be Shatner, because he won't probably even recognize that he was the captain on that show anymore. But I got to thinking, I said, the only person I know that ever went by, quote, the captain was from the Captain in Tennille. And sure enough, then the next day, there it was. They were exposing his real name and everything. But there was a fourth.
I would love that nickname. I'm like, hey, everybody, I'm Delvin.
Delvin the Captain. Captain.
Proud to say I've actually had that nickname before.
Probably better than the Seaman.
Good one.
It could be better than Master Beatty, which is what Ronald Went chimed in sometime.
Yeah, I've heard that all my life.
Don't be a jerk off.
Yeah, they probably beat you over the head with it a lot.
Yeah.
So let's get back to that raffle.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
raffle. I forgot about it that time.
Who's getting
Who's getting
a
copy?
bright shiny copy of Blackthorn Spires of Mars by I.A. Watson? Pretty fun little
All
fancy
right.
book. I've actually read it. Didn't just draw the cover, but read it cover to cover.
It's a good
And the-
read. I'm not BSing. This is an action-packed story. It's a page turner.
All right.
Have another drink, Jason.
This is what I put up with, fellas.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah,
It's
the
a
full
good book.
Beatty there.
Look at Jason. Even has a pop filter and everything, man. He's rolling pro.
That's
It
right.
took a while to get him there.
Jared
I don't
had to send it to me.
I don't.
I did send it to him.
Oh, when he got his new fancy one, he sent you his old stuff, huh? I see how it is.
No, this is one that his wife, my sister-in-law, found at a yard sale.
Oh,
True
his
story.
beautiful, the beautiful lady.
Be careful.
Albert.
There you go.
Baby Albert.
Jared, that one. Jared Carl.
Well, speaking about Jared Carl, let's find out who the winner is. The winner is Courtney.
Hooray!
Y'all can just walk that over to her house, right? Well, not you, Pat, but
Courtney, isn't
I don't
Courtney
know
in
where she is.
Virginia? I think she's in Virginia.
man, I thought all
Are you going to sign it live on the TV?
I'm trying it to Courtney right
Oh,
now.
awesome. Very cool.
She's getting
Congratulations out there,
congratulated.
Make sure she's an EY. She's EY. Okay, good.
And do you have her information? Oh, yeah, you do. Jared, to get that out to her?
I should. Courtney, you can DM me that on Twitter if you like to make sure I have it. But if it's the
Oh,
same
you know-
information as your brother, then I've got it.
I don't mean to be a picky, but you said you would sign the cover.
I said I drew the cover.
No,
I
you
said I
said
would
you would
sign the
also,
book.
you're going to need to rewind the tape
Oh,
because
my
you said I was.
goodness.
Because I said, oh, you're gonna. I said, don't ruin the cover. So I guess you decided not to. Subliminate. See, it was
But just
subliminal.
because you said don't ruin the cover doesn't mean that I said I was going to sign the cover.
You said you were going to sign the cover,
Oh my gosh,
Pat.
Pat, can you
I
mute him?
can't remember. I've got so many things going on here, John.
I'm gonna find it.
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna
start
find
hearing
it in the
some people
replay, and
Leave it at
I'm gonna make a comment that says that
Okay.
this minute, this is where Jared said he will sign the cover.
All right, I look forward to your failed mission.
Oh, I'll go do it right now. Although I can't. Right?
You do whatever you want, man.
I'm telling you, you said you would sign the cover. If I was Courtney, I would demand a cover signing. But
All right, and I'll do it, but that you and I both know on book covers it will rub off pretty quickly over time.
What do you got going on there, John?
Yeah,
You
just
something?
my second symbiote Spider-Man. They're. I had two to do for a guy, so I did it. He said he wanted, two different looks, so I gave him a straight on and a 3/4. He's going to give one to his brother. I guess it'll be his choice. These are some that I did Friday, Captain America. These were my quick ones. Mohawk Storm and Gambit.
Delvin, do a Gambit impersonation.
Tim Drake
I've never done that before.
and
Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen and the Hawkeye.
Very
And I've
cool.
got two more to do. The floodgates opened up on Friday, and it was Ron was there with me, holding down the fort with me because nobody else did. And
I see where he's going with this.
what? I'm just, it was a good thing because it was a good stream. You can go rewatch all of this action, these drawings I just did on my YouTube channel.
And which is that?
I haven't got my I haven't done my, what do they call it? The personal URL or whatever, where you can get I probably should.
I'm going to go buy that domain.
John,
Yeah.
Ruth and Darren said that those are terrific sketches.
Oh, thank you, Ruth and Darren. Feel free to subscribe to my channel.
And Jared and Jason, a very important question that you need to answer.
Okay.
Ivor Evans said, Jason and Jared, we never got your movie martini scores for Your Eyes Only.
Ooh, we didn't? I don't.
Well, we usually don't. We only just get the ones from the rookies.
Yeah, we just let the rookies score.
Well,
But
I mean,
I'll be happy to give mine.
This isn't Rookie Agents. This is Do It Live Stream.
Let's do it live.
All right, that's easy.
Speaking about
Seven.
doing it live, I'm going to step away for a second.
Okay.
7. I'm just saying 7. I love
All right.
Your Eyes Only.
Are you all are you all also all involved on the okay, I picked up another new set. Thank you, Rad Adventures, for subscription. I think Rad was actually in my before. That seems familiar. Maybe it was another Rad, but if not, Jared, I did pin you, by the way.
I can feel it.
I figure you're still working. I'm done this time. See, now you know how it feels.
I know how it feels. Man,
Oh,
it's
wait a
amazing.
minute.
No, that's Zablo. Where is old Zablo today?
He's probably taking it easy like a retired man does.
So,
Is he retired?
gentlemen, Tim,
What
Tim
does
Price,
Ivor score?
I will ask him. I'll read a few more comments. Tim Price commented he drooled over John's sketches, so he enjoyed those as well. Ronald Went came in with a pretty good discussion about the debate between John and Jared there. There was a quote that Jared said, which was Blackthorn Spires of Mars. It is a novel by Ian Watson. I did the cover art, so I will sign it for you. He didn't technically say it would sign the cover. This is from Ron Went.
Winner. All brick.
I don't know, Ron. I could have swore he said I'll sign the. Maybe he just said I'll do the cover, and I was like, or he did the cover.
It's okay to say you were right, Jared, if that's what you're feeling.
No, I'm saying I need to rewind the tape. But I know I said something about if you sign the cover, you're going to earn the value.
Yes, that part I do remember. I remember all the hurtful things you say.
No, I mean that in general.
Ivor said For Your Eyes Only would be a 6 for him. It is the best Roger Moore movie, hands down.
Concur.
Agreed. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
No, I was going to say, are all you guys do the On Her Majesty's Court or whatever that Bond deal is?
Yes,
we're
all on the court.
Do you want that to be crooked,
who's
Jared?
going to become prom king?
Jared?
Huh?
Are you looking for that line to be crooked?
Yeah.
Okay. Looks like the water's tipping down. Wait a minute. Okay, no.
Now that it's straight up and down, it looks better, doesn't it?
I don't know. It still looks now. It looks like it's leaning back the other way.
You get seasick? Whoa! Yeah. I tell you what, just for you, John, just for you, I'll measure to the same spot on each side, just for you.
Hey, Pat, you received a compliment on your beard that you had a fantastic beard. Not right now. I'm not sure what you're doing.
Should I unpin Jared now, or he's
yeah, you can see what Pat has going on there.
Pat, if you're back, you can unpin Jared. I just pinned him because he was the only one still drawing.
Oh God!
Yeah, I got Jared pinned. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should just keep him pinned.
Okay. You're all done, John?
Yeah. Okay. I just had these two
symbiotes. You want to show us your hands a little bit more? Or?
To do what?
You want to show us your hand modeling? Or?
No, I'm looking at Jared's dainty hands. His lady fingers.
Mm-hmm.
I have lady fingers too, though. So I'm, I think his taper more than mine, though. That's kind of creepy. That can keep me up at night. No, I mean, it could if I let it. Where's the beach shore?
Don't you worry about it. It's all in light pencil. You can't see it, but
I can't.
You know, John.
Boy, that's a big plate.
You know what time it is? Well, I got a big
That cost
sunset
you.
going
That
on.
cost you $1. I'm
It's
guessing?
dinner time.
It does mean it's dinner time. I have to go. Me and Craig, we got to go.
Ruth and Darren wants to let us know that John. He says, John, the best part of On Her Majesty's Secret podcast is the research and development section.
I've heard that that's really
That is a
good.
pretty good.
No,
point.
I was just gonna say I don't know if it would, cross any legal problems, but you all could do a Patreon on that too.
That belongs to a different network, and they do have a Patreon for it.
Mhm.
It's not our network. We do it for another guy.
Ruth and Darren also says, The Spy Who Loved Me is our favorite Roger Moore 007 film, but For Your Eyes Only is probably second for us.
I can respect that.
Yeah, I think for me, I flip those two around. I like For Your Eyes Only a little bit better, but I do enjoy some Spy Love Me as well.
Jared Ross says, what hand lotion do you use? Those hands glisten like baby pearls.
Mm-hmm. Gotta take care of the tools of your trade, boys.
Lanolin.
Lanolin. Not that
Aloe
aloe
vera
vera.
BS.
I said lanolin. We got Viking Pat over there. I saw that, Pat.
Well, just trying to have some fun here. That's what we're all about. So what I miss?
Hey,
No.
you're Canadian, Pat.
About?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I am, but I don't tell Ross that. He doesn't know.
Okay. Mum's the word.
Yeah.
I mean, mum. Mum's the word, right? I can't do the you. Go ahead. You can probably.
About?
About. Let's go.
About. Yep.
Ross Michelle's picking
Another shrimp on the boat. Boaty.
Why don't you get a real
People are noticing that you were a Viking for a second there, Pat.
Yeah.
More beard compliments.
Mm-hmm. My beard? Oh, it's no Delvin beard.
Get a real eraser, Jared.
I like the way these erase, and I can do it with more precision.
Well, aren't you erasing the whole thing?
No.
What are you leaving behind?
Mysteries.
Miss Tree. Terry Beatty did that, not me.
Oh, okay. I thought that was you.
Hey, Jason Ivor asked, have you ever seen the screen test for James Brolin as Bond?
I've seen a bit of it. It was on one of the extras on one of my DVDs. But I have seen James Brolin screen test for James Bond, yes.
That's interesting. Who else have they screen tested that?
Sam Neill.
Mm-hmm.
Not familiar with him. Maybe.
He's from the dude from Jurassic Park. He was Alan Grant in Jurassic Park 1 and 3.
I'd rather see Jeff Goldblum.
I don't think they tested him. I believe
That'd be a great test, though.
But they've screen tested a bunch of people.
Well, you see, Q's got to give me a laser watch. That's my best Jeff Goldblum.
I would have said Christopher Walken would have been a good one.
Oh!
See what I did there?
Him. I'm gonna go out and assassinate that guy.
You see, Blofeld is something of a first with me.
Oh God!
Usually small for a polyclerosaurus or whatever.
Ross wants Pat to know that you have no Canadian cheese street curd.
Street curd.
Whoop 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 whoop.
I could use some curds. Oh man, some
No way.
fried curds. Oh man,
Cheese
No
curds
way.
do sound good right now.
cheese curds. I love me some cheese curds.
Cheese curds.
So they have not come out with who's next for Bond. Is that correct?
Honestly, I heard they were leaning heavily towards Loki.
I've heard Superman.
Yeah, I know that. I like Superman as well.
I've heard Jared Albrecht,
I like the way you think.
but
Ross-
I heard his screen test was a little weak.
It wasn't my finest hour.
Ross says his wife is ringing the chow bell, so he's got to go. So see you later, Ross.
Take care, Ross.
Bye, Ross.
I think he's really going to go fight crime as Canadian Daredevil.
Mhm.
Canadian Daredevil. I like that.
Or cause crime as Canadian Kingpin. We're
Hard to tell with
We're
Rob.
not sure which.
we're not sure.
He's a shifty one.
What'd you call him?
I don't know what kind of crime they have in Canada to fight. You did not say thank you.
You turned without using a blinker.
Be careful, Jared. You're almost
What?
going to put a tangent on Snowy's
Oh.
foot. You're going to rule that line.
Okay, well,
all
I'm not finishing this drawing until John Beatty's off the call
No, I'm helping you.
he will do this
Like-
all day.
Like, stop the line right before the foot. If you draw it through, it's going to, like, just make it, like, either a little bit lower or a little bit higher, but don't hit Tintin's heel. See, you're right there. See, there's
So what do you want? There?
No, that's a tangent with Tintin's heel.
Down here?
Ye-
Now my
but-
board space is going to be it.
Well, okay, do what you need to do. I'm just trying to, you kind of got a tangent with the coat there. I was trying to just help you.
I understand, but so you don't. So if the line goes here, you don't like it because it's going to tangent that foot.
Right, and if it goes up a bit, it's gonna like hit Tintin's heel, and it just distracts the eye. If you break the line, just break the line. You don't have to do a solid line. Break it up a little bit.
I'll break the line.
Break it. Breaking the
I
line.
must break you.
Break you. Speaking of I must break you, how's everybody liking the action film Face Off? Is anybody listening to that?
Does anybody in the chat listen to the action film Face Off? I sure did, Jason. I tell you, I really enjoy it.
Thanks, Pat.
It's crap. Mine's terrible. No, seriously, I enjoy it. I especially enjoyed the last one. It seemed like the first one was fine, but the second one seemed like you guys found your footing a little bit more. So definitely looking forward to the third already.
Well, thank you, Dylan.
Thanks,
You guys
Dylan.
pop those out quickly. Like
Pop,
by the time we get like the third Transformers Chronicles out there, it's going to be like June or something.
I am enjoying those Transformers Chronicles.
We got to talk to old John and see whenever it's going to be ready for showtime yet.
Now you're looking, aren't you, Jared?
I am. I like the broken line look.
Well,
Mhm.
you got to listen.
What was that?
You were fighting it, and I was trying to give you some advice.
No, I just
You're
wasn't
back,
understanding the advice. Don't confuse that for fighting. I just didn't understand at the moment.
Ivan says, good show.
Thank you.
I think he's talking about the
The action film Face Off.
action film Face Off. Yep. I think so, Ivan. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, either way, thanks, man.
Either way, thank you.
Crusaders Club is great. That's a fantastic. I can see why
For
someone's
just
already
$1 a month, John.
No, I mean,
Just
I can
$1
see why
a
someone's
month.
already got the domain name.
Yeah.
Imagine you just have a one-page website that is like a funnel just to get you to the Patreon with all the cool stuff, and then at the very, every now and again you put that join on Patreon, and then it goes deeper.
Mhm.
You know those forever-ending scrolling cell pages,
I don't know.
and
if
they
I
keep
can-
having
yeah.
the
I'm
CTA
gonna-
on
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, John.
them.
Yeah.
If you don't know, you need to, because
We're not hip enough.
Not cool.
Yeah.
We're not cool.
Crusaders
I'm not
Club
cool.
is, man, no wonder someone domain that. They probably did it while y'all were talking about it, or just like last week when you started it or something. They're like, we're gonna get this and put about a little over $5,000 on it and see if we can get it.
We're gonna need a few more patrons to be able to afford that.
Yeah.
A few, that's 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean
Okay.
a few. Yeah, that's what I was told by Bob McLeod. A few is 3. 2.
Jason, do you have a Bob
a
McLeod
couple,
story you want to tell, or?
Oh, do you have one? Go ahead.
Uh,
Go ahead, Jason.
Oh,
What'd
it's not much of a story, but at Heroes Con last year, I commissioned a piece from Bob McLeod, a cannonball piece, and So I think it was the last day. Yeah, it was the last day of the con, and I was helping Jared out, and I swung by his table, and he was still working on the piece, and he was like, "Oh, come back in about an hour." And so I was helping Jared finish up, and we were starting to break down stuff. I was like, "Oh, I gotta go check on my commission from Bob McLeod." So I go over, and he like Nightcrawler vanished. Like all of his stuff was gone. Table was
Oh, I
cleared out.
remember this story.
Yeah, because I was texting you about it, asking if you could
I
help
was
us.
like, "What? No!" I was like, "Oh man, I just lost. I forget what it was, like $80 or $100 or something like that."
Well, didn't you get back in touch with him and tell him?
He did. Yeah, he was.
It all worked out.
Yeah, he was really aces about it. He was
There's
like,
a couple
"Oh,
hours there
man."
where Jason was inconsolable.
I was like, "Oh, my cannonball." But now
Yeah,
he was really nice about it.
Because Bob usually, when he takes money for it, he keeps like a list of stuff he's, got to do. He writes it down, right? Maybe if you came in like an hour before the show closed down or something, he's just going to try to get it done.
No, I gave it to him like the day before or something like that. And but yeah, no, it all worked out fine. He was really cool about it and mailed it to me. So all's
Hey,
well that
gentlemen,
ended
did
well.
y'all get the feedback on Action Film Face Off?
No, go ahead and do it.
Well, Noah said, Jared told me never listen to a podcast you don't appear on. Despite that, I hope to listen to an Action Film Face Off someday.
No, if you want to be on one of our shows, join the Patreon.
And
That is
Ivor
one
said,
of the benefits.
yes,
Is you might get a chance to be on one of our shows, believe it or not.
believe it or not, you can believe it.
Believe it. You take that to the bank.
You
Yes.
take that to the bank.
And that's just for $1.
That's no filler, and that's no eating the filler.
That's no filler.
That's the crust and the filler right there.
That's more satisfying than not being on a show will ever be.
And so Ivor said, I did. Jared definitely drew the short straw on 3 the Hard Way versus Black Panther.
Jared picked 3 the Hard Way.
I did. I picked it blind though. Neither one of us had ever seen it.
That is true. That is true.
And I'm glad I saw it.
Did you pick Black Panther blindly, Jared? I mean, excuse me, Jason.
No, I picked Black Panther on purpose. Well, I thought it was kind of a theme. It was kind of like the old blaxploitation films from the 70s, and then bookend it where we are in 2018, and yeah, it wasn't a fair fight, but no. I will say I was really entertained by 3 the Hard Way. It was a good movie.
That's what your mother said, Trebek.
Yeah. Zablo told me he had a story about 3 the Hard Way.
3 the Hard Way.
He's seen it, and he said he's got a story about it because he saw it way too young.
Bob says, cool Tintin drawing is coming along, Jared.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
It's definitely different from most drawings that I've seen you do.
Yeah, every once in a while I get these little step outs and I get to try something, and it's fun. I'm looking forward to scanning this in. I'm going to send it to Ken Solo, who's done the logo work for our shows, and Ken's going to do the digital coloring. And Darren and Ruth are going to
first. You know that, right?
What's that?
Ken Solo colored first.
He colored first. I get it. Good one, Pat. So, I always like
awesome.
Collaborating with Ken. Yeah, he always does such cool stuff with the black and whites I send him.
Did he help with the membership logo?
No, that was Ace Wheelie.
Ace too? All right, Ace is good too.
Ace Wheelie's my other digital coloring friend, and he helped do that logo work.
What happened to Mohan?
Man, I just haven't had anything from Mohan in a while because it's I haven't just done anything just to do something. It's all been commission work or comic work or.
Last thing I sent her last year, I never heard from her, and
oh man, that's no good.
Yeah,
I like Mohan.
But then Zach sent something, and she did it, and
oh.
Well,
dropping dimes.
He he paid. I've known Mike Zeck since I was 15. It's not like I'm dropping dimes. It's like, I mean, that's just the way I roll. I can tell you the real fan, like when growing up, it was like, from like 15 to 15, 16, 17, it was like, I don't know if y'all would know Mitch O'Connell, because he kind of went into, he did some comic work a little bit, but he went into more illustration, and he went into like a bunch of the flash tattoo type stuff and other illustration. But, he's done very well. Carl Kiesel was in this thing, Jerry Ordway, Willie Blyberg. Oh man, just it's like Ken Meyer Jr. I'm running out of names because I can't think. I wish Zablo was here. I think Jerry Ordway should be enough. It's like he's a couple years older than me, so I think I was like, in fact, it was really funny. He was working for an advertising agency when I started doing comics in 1980, and he was already doing like coloring book work. He posted some of it recently on his Twitter feed, and so I was doing comics full time, and he always blames me for talking him into leaving a job that he actually had benefits at. I told him,
Noah says Mitch did a lot of covers for Comical.
Yep.
Comical.
And Mitch had, I can't remember, Mitch did one of the first like real graphic novels. I think it was something Fox at the end. But yeah, Mitch was, his stuff was always like really well done, and then he got even better, and now he's like doing this really wild type style. I'll tell you, and Jared probably he might know the name, but the guy's work that I really love, and he never got a following, but I love his cartooning. I love his graphic style. Is Ernie Steiner. You know him from Facebook, I think, Jared.
Rings a bell, yeah.
He'll do some interesting looking work, and it never caught on with like the fans, and but it's so solid. I mean, it's just so well drawn, but it's so stylized, but to me in a good way. It's just, I love it. But
gents, quick question.
Yep.
We were asked by Ivan Chutley, is anyone looking forward to Captain Marvel coming out?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Captain Marvel isn't one of those titles that I've read as religiously or go back as far as, say, Captain America or Thor or Iron Man, but Marvel hasn't done us wrong yet on those movies, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they put out. I'm sure it'll be great.
Marvel has, they did the whole phase one, I think is what they called it. They do the stuff in phases, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they did phase one, and they stayed pretty close to the vest. And I believe it was phase two that Guardians of the Galaxy came out.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time Guardians of the Galaxy came out, people were like, yeah, okay, I don't really haven't heard of these characters, but I'll go watch the movie. And then they knocked it out of the dang park.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, I mean, everybody's just eating out of Marvel's hand like freaking catnip at this point, because if you can take characters that no one's ever heard of, and by the end of the movie, people are raving about them and caring about them, you've done a spectacular job.
Yeah.
So with that said, I don't even know who's directing Captain Marvel, but if they put out the solid effort that they've done thus far, and with all these other movies, and with the great decisions that Feige has made, hey, should be a great movie.
I think they did a really good job of bringing it all back together with Infinity War, just building all that whole build up, and then that whole Infinity War movie was what it was supposed to be. I liked it a lot, so that brought my trust back into Marvel again.
Had you fallen out of trust with them?
Oh, no, but I'm just saying, you figured, you keep going, they're soon to have a bad one, but that one just made me think again, man, they really know what they're doing and they can put it together.
I have not seen many of them at all, but I'll tell you, I thought Thor Ragnarok was what a blast. I mean,
that was a good fun one too. Yeah,
it was. But if you look at the backgrounds and stuff, it's like full on. They just did full on Jack Kirby. The shapes and stuff and the backgrounds and the colors, and then the Led Zeppelin and the soundtrack, and I just like I was like, whoa, it's like it's like
you know that it is. They did a great job in the movie. In that movie, Thor lost a freaking eye.
Yeah.
I mean, which is a serious thing. And somehow the movie still, people are like, oh, it was too lighthearted. It's like, God lost a freaking eye.
And his world. Like, his whole planet.
Yeah, his whole entire, world got, burned in fire. Yeah, I mean, there are so many serious elements with so many fun and great elements that, I mean, from like the first Thor to Ragnarok, they have done great. There's a few other discussion points. Somebody mentioned the new Dark Phoenix. Ron Went mentioned the new Dark Phoenix. I didn't even know Dark Phoenix came out. I have not watched any of X stuff recently from Fox. I haven't enjoyed it a lot.
This Friday, the new Punisher season 2 drops.
Do I know anybody that used to work on Punisher?
No. I got a question. I got actually it may be 2 questions on your 10-10 drawing. Can I ask?
Sure.
Go for it, Jared.
Sun or moon?
Color's choice.
Okay. Sunrise, sunset.
Color's choice.
Sunrise, sunset. That's Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh, careful now. That's a little too classy for us.
I know. See, I got some class. I'm bringing some class.
Because
classy back.
It could work either way, right, Jared?
It could. Yeah. And what Ken likes to do when I send him stuff like this is he'll probably do a moon, a sun, rise, and set, and then he'll let Ruth and Darren pick whichever one they like.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yep. But yeah, we did that. We did that on a Sherlock Holmes piece where he did different time, like seasonal backgrounds, like a wintry looking one, and it was pretty neat. So I like working with Solo.
Yeah, step away for a minute, gents.
Hope you like it, Ruth and Darren.
A couple of comments. He was saying about Captain Marvel. We'll see how it turns out. I'm willing to give Brie Larson a chance with this one. I agree. And then he also says Kirby's art was in the backdrop and with Led Zeppelin. It was very energetic.
That's right.
One more movie to bring up. Noah the Hyper Potato says he is more excited for Shazam.
Shazam. That one looks interesting.
You know what? Like, DC's riding high right now. You got that $1 billion movie in Aquaman. That is a phrase I never thought I'd say.
I haven't. I don't know if I can go see Aquaman though. I got no real interest in the character.
John, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was like I do not have a single Aquaman comic book, not one. And I've collected comic books for 30 dang years at this point. Not that long. Wait. Anyway, long enough. And it is no interest in the character as far as the comic book goes, but I figured, hey, it seemed intriguing enough. I started hearing good reviews on it. And like my joke of it is I call it Aqua Bro.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Jason Momoa was acting like a bro, like a lot of the movie, but there was definitely a lot of thought put into the movie. There were moments I think that Momoa needed to nail, and he did. And I thought that the action was good. Just the idea of the whole Atlantis underwater, they did a whole lot of good stuff in that movie, and it was a very good watch. I enjoyed it.
Did they finally brighten? See, I haven't even. I need to at least watch the trailer or whatever trailers are out. Because did DC finally? I think they finally figured out with Wonder Woman that they don't have to put that that grainy feel on every movie and desaturate all the colors. Marvel doesn't.
Oh yeah, they really pumped up the colors in Justice League.
Yeah, but you know what the problem was with that movie? I said it before. It's like, get me into the action and then tell the backstory. Don't have Bruce Wayne trying to get everyone together for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. You know, like, it's too boring. Get me into the action like a comic book, and then start telling the backstory of each character. Maybe as the battle goes on or something. Flashback, you know?
Yeah, I'm glad they don't do the grainy stuff, which Bob said he called it the Zack Snyder filter.
yeah, the 300 filter.
Yes,
in that movie. It's like once it came out, it seemed like DC. Yeah, it's like, what is it, HDR toning or something? You know, it's like, oh yeah, you know, it's like every DC movie had the grainy look, and they desaturated all the colors, and I'm like, then I'm seeing the Marvel movies, and it's like, wow, Captain America's blue is actually blue. It's not like navy, and red's actually red. It's not maroon.
Ruth and Darren say that Aquaman was great. The movie was faithfully adapted to the 2011-2016 run of the comics. So
one more Ruth and Darren comment. They said this had to be from John's comment earlier. They said, yes, we love that about Ken's colors. Great variety. Always love them all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the Ken Solo does. Like I said, he colors some stuff for them before. He's cool. I like Ken.
I like his last name. Solo.
It's not even his real last name, but I'm not going to reveal it.
No, well, you know, I think you should do that, Jared. Well, maybe your real name is not Jared Albrecht.
Yeah. I changed that complicated mess. I changed.
He's hand modeling now, everybody.
Yeah, he is hand modeling.
Jared, pick up a pen and hand model it for us.
Ooh, what do we got there, Jared?
Oh, Jared's got the gold plate out. That must be the expensive giveaway. The gold standard. Oh, look at that. It's like on The Price is Right.
Ooh. Very cool.
Total
What is
value,
that, Jared?
Delvin?
What's that?
Total value, Delvin? What's your guess?
I was into my chat. I'm sorry.
I was just asking, what's your guess on the total value of Jared's prices that he has on display?
$1.
$1. I got 2 more unopened G.I. Joe trading card packs from, I think they're from 90 or 91, and 2 more unopened packs of Batman Returns cards. So what do you think we should do with that, Pat?
While Pat's getting the randomizer ready, Rad lets us know that the Aquaman movie was a faithful. Oh wait, that's already been read.
Everybody says $1. Courtney says 200.
Wide range.
That's a gap there.
I don't know. Somebody give us a code word for these.
For what? For this display?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean if you want to be a part of it?
You want to be a part of this? Yeah.
Golden plate.
Golden plate.
Golden plate.
You want to be in the drawing for these packs of cards? Just put golden plate in the chat, and we'll draw that right as we're going to sign off here in what about 10 minutes or so.
Yep. I'll get to the randomizer.
I bet Jared has an alarm set to go off.
Only in my head.
No, I know you probably got some Bond thing over on the side that's counting down.
And counting. He's got countdown Jerry. Countdown Jerry helps us out usually.
12 minutes and counting.
Let's go ahead and put this out there to the listeners and watchers. What are you guys looking forward to from the Longbox Crusade this year? Since it's beginning, it's January. We got the year to go. What are you looking forward from us? What are you guys looking forward to this year?
Better co-hosts. Oh, you're asking. Are you asking the general public? I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm asking the public. Oh, let's go around and ask you guys.
I think that Jared should probably host less.
Yeah.
Delvin should definitely take over for Jared.
Delvin should take over. Jared's got too much on his plate. Bump. Delvin definitely has the more powerful voice.
Why, thank you.
Ooh.
And
More powerful than me? More powerful than me.
well, hey Pat, were you in my stream the other night when I went like full pubic again, or not pubic?
No.
Puberty.
That was a whole other stream.
My voice like it cracked and hit that high note, and I was like, "What? I just hit puberty again?" Jared, were you in on that one?
I wasn't. That sounds funny.
Oh
though.
man,
You were drawing like symbiote Spider-Man or something.
yeah. It just like I was talking, and all of a sudden, it just like it's like the vocal cord like did that. I guess what do they say? It gets loose when your voice is changing when you're a young man, and it just like that. Just.
So
I just loved it when he was swinging that hammer and killing everything. And
I only saw 2 golden plates, by the way. I saw Courtney and I saw Lassiter stash it with golden plate. Anyone else want to be a part of this raffle?
Wow, that's a 50-50 shot.
50 shot, yeah.
That's almost half.
Almost.
Anybody want to be a spoiler here and take it away from them? Oh, we got Ron's in on it now.
Ron said, I got to make it like better than 50-50. Ron's a lucky guy. He'll probably win.
We'll see. Who knows?
See, you just did a little bit of a, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I always talk like this. This is my normal voice.
I can't remember what he said. The Lucky Charms. Capture me, Lucky Charms.
They're always after me, Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
I think I'm going to start using this man bag. I like it. I just saw it sitting over here. It's empty. I need a place for my notebook. It's where I keep my notes on Jared. my kill notes.
Oh.
So Ivor Evans says silver hands. So I think he already has won.
Silver hands. I like that.
I like that.
I'm doing a display of today's prizes.
A display, but they're already gone, except for the golden plate. Is that like
get the plate too, Jared, or just
Jared? I think the next time you do this, you should have like a silver, bronze, and gold plate, and then
all right, see what I can dig up at yard sale.
Well, you could paint them.
It seems like a lot of work.
Jeez.
So I only saw 3 names.
Oh man,
nobody wants to get in on that.
Somebody wants trading cards.
Lunchbox. I would take that to work with me. I'm jealous, and I want it.
Well, somebody over in England already won it.
Yeah.
Oh bugger.
So good stuff. And was that Ivan, right?
Yeah, it was Ivan.
Good old Ivan Rice.
Mr. Chutley.
Mr. Chudley.
Mr.
Chutley. I don't know.
He's going to be strutting having his lunch in this thing soon.
That thing's going to be on eBay.
I don't know with Ivan. I think he's going to make.
No, he said Ivan just says he will. He'll take it to lunch.
Yeah, I'm like Jason was last month. What was that? What prize was that you really wanted last month, Jason?
Sky Striker. Oh, no. I don't remember. What was it? It
was a drawing. It was a drawing.
It was the trade paperback of All Star.
Oh yeah.
Well, we got a couple more minutes here if you want to get in, and then we'll give it away. But
give it away now.
I can't tell if I'm a king or no pop.
What you want?
You just need a quick lick of that. I don't think they would get you on a TOS.
Well, let's find out where we can find you, John, on the internet.
You can find my website, but it's barren right now. That's why I'm kind of thinking I would like to even though stuff never really makes it to my shop because it's usually sold while I'm streaming, it is johnbeattyart.com, where I'm hanging out most of the time now. I will again put my YouTube channel in the chat.
Good.
I will be streaming all this week at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Bat Rogues. I'm gonna send out a tweet with the rules and regulations of how I roll on that, and the streams can go anywhere from 2 hours to 4 hours, and depending on how detailed the piece is, I answer all sorts of questions about art. People ask me, about the tools I'm using and stuff like that. And unlike Jared, I have an extensive set of tools.
Yard sale! Whoop, whoop.
And, so I explained to them maybe what I actually have a list in my, you can drop down and about show more or something. And it has a list of stuff from Dick Blick, who I am an affiliate with, but there's no affiliate links there. I had them link. Huh?
What was that name?
Dick Blick.
Can you say that on YouTube?
That's the name of the company.
My wife swears by him as well. She's
Sounds
the artist in the
racist.
family.
Yeah, no, they their prices are extremely good, and they ship very quick. If you buy it depends. Sometimes they'll have, like, if you buy like $35 worth of merchandise, free shipping, and that might be a little bit longer. They might tell you 5 to 7 days, but truthfully, I've always got stuff a lot sooner. Just like Amazon, if you don't get, sometimes they'll tell you it's going to come in 2 days, even on Prime, or 3, and it's like bang, the next day there it is. So I think they just cover themselves in case something happens and it does have to come from another warehouse or something. They build in that time, but I've never had anything, later than what they've said. It's always been right on time, if not earlier. But that is my YouTube channel. I'm looking to get up to 150 by the end of the month, and I think I'm only 10 away now.
Very cool.
But I'm just going to continue to put up content while I can. When the convention start, it'll have to slow down a little bit because I'll be on the road. I'll try to stream from the room doing some commissions because I have to take stuff back to the room, and I usually wake up early in the morning and get that done, and then grab a shower and head over to the convention. So look at what I got.
Important.
Hmm?
That shower sounds important.
Well, it is. But what I do is, I usually get up at about 3:45, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Ugh.
So when I travel to a convention at, after we eat, I'm tired if it's 8:30 or 9 o'clock, and I'm ready. Some of the shows don't, some of the shows the first day, they don't start till 3 or 4, and they'll go till like 9:30. And we grab a quick bite to eat, and then I'm ready to go to sleep. So I when I'm tired, I go to sleep. I'll hit the alarm for like 2 or 3 in the morning. And then I got till the shows usually start around 10 o'clock, but I'll get over there at 9 or 9:30 to just kind of, get in my seat and start finishing up maybe something I started in the room, and just kind of be at my table so that when the show does open to any VIP or, anybody else, that I'm there. People aren't like, where's John? He's late, or, I like to be on time. I'm a very timely person. If I'm late, call the police. There's a good reason. If I haven't contacted you and said I'm going to be late, there is I think Jared can tell you, there's a very good reason why.
Well, you know me. I'm like you, John. I like to be there early.
Yep, I like to be there early. I like to be there on time, and I don't like to, to dilly-dally around. I take care of business as far
TCP.
as yeah. And I sometimes I am slow on a commission, but I can back it up by showing numerous iterations of the same commission that weren't up to my level, And that goes to every level of commission I've done, from a very inexpensive headshot to an expensive, full figure background type commission.
Hey, fellas, it's about 6:30. We might want to get
do
that
it.
raffle done.
Yep, let's go ahead and do it. We have everybody in. Looks like it's just going to be between 3 people.
Who's going to win these trading cards?
Here we go.
Hold on. Let's
Randomizer hit.
Ross just came back in.
I just hit the randomizer.
Oh, too
Dinner
late.
must be over. What do you have for dinner?
What's for dinner, Grandpa?
The winner is Blasted or Stash It.
Last or stash it.
Oh, hey.
Or stash it. Congrats.
Yeah, hit me with a shipping address for you over in the DMs on Twitter there, my friend, and I'll get this.
You should have it. It's Huey.
I probably do, but just to be on the safe side. Huey.
So the winner of the last raffle is Blasted or Stash It. Thanks.
Ross asked, "Is that your Patreon collection plate?"
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna pass it around now.
Pass it around here.
Pass it around.
But speaking of Patreon, though, we do appreciate Ross just joined us. So thank you, Ross, for joining
There
us.
we go. That's
On
all it
Patreon.
costs. Less than a dime a day for
It's like
Right?
the old Sally Struthers
but it,
commercials. For just pennies a day, you too can support the Longbox Crusade.
hey, you know what you need? You need that
It's
really
on Patreon too, Jared. You can find them there.
you need that really sad music and that dog on that
I
commercial.
know.
I can't watch
Of the angels.
I
We've
can't
already
watch
had
that
that.
commercial. I cannot watch that. In the arms of a stranger. I can't watch that commercial. It tears me up.
Ross said that he had some spaghetti and meatballs. Now it's time to play with his Sky Striker. Oh, damn you.
Ah,
Damn you.
ah, rub it in, Ross. Is it a
This is-
Canadian Sky Striker? Does it have like the maple leaves on it?
Oh, they do.
They do.
They do. There's a Canadian GI Joe group that Darren Kohler hosts. So if Darren, if you're watching, he's a supporter of us on the GI Joe Headcast.
It's like
He
G.I.
has a
Joe.
GI Bo.
GI Joe, eh?
No.
Hey. you like the Joes, eh?
Check them out. They do change the symbols around, and they have the Canadian flag and all that. It's really cool.
That's kind of neat.
Cool. Yeah, it's a really cool group. I think, yeah, very cool group. But I think with that, it's past the time. It's 5:30 my time, 6:30 probably John's time.
Coming up on my
And
bedtime.
Gotta go to sleep.
yep,
I gotta
John's
get
getting
some
hungry.
dinner.
He's getting hangry.
Time for some din.
Hangry.
I'm at 3:30. I'm right in the middle of.
Actually, I think my wife was saying she was going to be cooking up some adobo tonight. So
Oh.
Gotta bring home some of that Denny's.
nah, I'd rather have her cooking.
Well, we want to thank you, John, for being on. Really
Thanks, John.
appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thanks for
John.
joining us.
Yeah, thanks, John.
Lots
Thanks
of fun.
for having me. We'll have to do it again. When now that I kind of know the format's a little looser, I thought you kind of did the same thing as you did on the podcast, but I see it's just more of a freestyle.
Yeah, it's all about interacting with the folks on the chat, really.
Got it. I wasn't
I
clear on
refuse
that.
to read one more script. I'm
I-
not
I-
reading one more.
I wasn't clear on that, but now I'm crystal on it.
Yeah, this is totally doing it live here.
Doing it
No
live.
script free. This is
Woo!
somewhat. Yeah, well,
Got no
Script-free
pants
zone.
on.
no pants off. Time to podcast, Jason.
Well, you guys are doing a good job, and I really hope the Crusade Club will do well for you on Patreon.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Yep. Thanks for coming and thanks for entertaining us all through our teenage years and getting us hooked onto comics.
Well,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
I'm the entry drug, one of them.
Yeah, you were the gateway drug. Yep.
That's right.
I'm still addicted to you, John.
Can't quit
that-
you, John.
That scares me. Jason, that scares me because I'll be seeing him in a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that restraining order all up to date? And everything?
Yeah, well, you know, when we went to Alabama and I told him, you know, Jared, you could stay in the room with me, I didn't mean the same bed.
Well, you know, the gray area.
You know, I
Yeah.
said, Jared, which bed did you want?
That's
He
a
looked
good
at
time
me,
to cut the mic.
yeah, he looked at me like, what do you mean? Which bed?
I thought you were going to say it was for this one trip only. This not stay with me forever.
Well,
All
actually,
right, guys. I think with that, why don't we go ahead and give everybody some time of their day back, and we can continue on after dark conversation here.
Pat's throwing in
Thanks,
the towel.
everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, John, for joining us. Go ahead and make sure you check him out. John
Spirit
Beatty,
fingers.
John's fingers, Jared's fingers. Everybody, give me your fingers. Delvin's fingers, Jason's fingers, Pat's fingers. Woohoo!
I got a finger for you, Trebek.
All right, so make sure you join us on our podcasts. We got something coming out weekly. You go check it out there. You want to get some early access to this podcast, go ahead and join us on the Patreon for just $1. It'll get you early access to stuff coming out there too as well. So until next time.
I heard there might be a lost episode on there too coming.
There
or
is a lost
something, right?
episode on there right now, yeah. And some early release. We're looking at early releases of Saturday Matinee Theater, Crusader Chronicles, things like that. So go ahead and become join us there on the Patreon or on the Crusaders Club.
Thank you.
Join us there. So until next time, thank you all for joining us. Thanks again, John. Really appreciate it.
Peace out. See ya.
And gives the peace. All right. We'll see you all later. So thank you all for joining us on the Crusade. We will check you guys later.
Bye, guys.
Well,
And girls.